Let me get started with this. This is a little AVCX from Paolo Pasco, and it is from July 28th, 2025 by Pau Roy, edited by Will Eisenberg. Winter retreats? Question mark. We got some punnery going on here. Winter retreats. A sphere of English influence. Boy, we got some question mark clues right off the bat here. Not sure. Where hot celebrities may be prone to meltdowns. Oh boy, are all of these question marks? Oh my gosh. Taste in music, perhaps, is a question mark clue. Sounded deeply in love. Well, at least it's past tense. Maybe that like narrows it down what this letter should be. Signature attire for Janelle Monáe. Maybe the Downs have some clues for us, some answers here. We should try that. Tops, bottoms often. Tops, bottoms. Don't know. I do notice I do have to make a little adjustment here. Just bear with me 1 second. There we go. I think that's better. I think that's where it should be. Okay. Tops is bottoms. Often. What would that be? Blank day, ritual in natural hair care. I don't know. This is so difficult. Is there a wonder if there's any talk about the puzzle today. Let's see. Today's puzzle is a 13 by 10 puzzle from a guest constructor, Power Roy, entitled Eating Questions. We think you'll find it more challenging than the average little AVCX puzzle. I definitely have found it difficult to find an inroad so far. I still haven't still haven't gotten a single clue yet. So them is a therapist and social worker living in New Orleans. They're passionate about collective liberation. Interesting. What does that mean? Gender expansiveness. Yep. Decolonial healing. Karaoke. Soccer, pop music, and the intersection of highbrow and lowbrow. Wouldn't that be middlebrow? or you want highbrow and little brow and lowbrow. uh, Interesting. Okay, I wonder what all that means. Powell says, as I start writing puzzles again after a long break, I challenge myself to submit as many derangedly tricky clues as possible, hoping a few would be kept. Thanks to the little AVCX team for their thoughtful editing and for indulging my love of warplay by keeping all my tricky clues intact. Yep. You're not going to get that Will Shorts editorializing on these puzzles. And they also have a puzzle list. Oh, wait, no. Okay, never mind. That's just for AVCX. Okay. Wow, I thought this might have been an easier little start here, but it's been a couple weeks since I've done any puzzles on stream, any crosswords. Assistive device for ambulation could be a cane. Okay. Much of Wakanda. Is it free? Hopefully it's free. Comes from Lenape for at the Big River Flat. It's not Delaware. Not Delaware. Lenape, I thought we were like northeast. So the northeastern United States and then southern Canada. Its name comes from Lenape, I'm not sure. We're going to have to move along. First woman inducted into the World Football Hall of Fame. So football... And since it's world football, I would imagine that it's footy, so it's soccer in American speak. Is it Mia Hamm? That's the only one I know that might fit. One Piece, Neon, Genesis Evangelion. Don't know. Do not know. Give a hand, perhaps. It's not going to be clap because that doesn't have the right number of letters here. And what's a site of a cash grab involving former presidents? That's got to be an ATM. That's a pretty straightforward clue. Spot to find dates in the midst of a dry stretch. Now that I'm saying that, I wonder if it's not ATM. Dates could be referring to like a fig tree type thing, right? So could it be a ficus tree? But why would it be in the midst of a dry stretch? Do they only grow when it's dry? Oh, but no, I don't understand that one. Somewhat, a bit, tad, still. hold her back, or get her back. Get him back? See, distance units used by 95% of the world's population. Abbreviated. I bet this is kilometers. Aim up and then blank stoppable. Kim's possible sidekick. Not entirely sure. Is it him possible? Him stoppable? um, or Amazon streaming restrictions. Maybe dams like the Amazon River. Daft Punk hit whose title understates its actual number of repetitions. So it's not around the world. It's not like Up All Night to Get Lucky, right? And then it's not Better, Faster, Stronger. It's a tight-knit crew, perhaps. Don't know. This is a toughie. Cloud storage dumps contributing to hard drives. Hmm. No, I might have to try out some of these crossing clues. Official language of the only enclave nation in Africa, as well as neighboring South Africa. The enclave nation, I think that's Lesotho or Lesotho. Is that how you pronounce it? I've heard Lesotho. Now, what would the language be, though? As well as neighboring South Africa. Not sure. Signature line from the Raven. Well, the signature line was Nevermore, right? But it was rapping, rapping at my chamber door. Why is it lowercase, though? Signature line from the Raven. Hmm. Sounded deeply in dove? I mean, that would be like cooed, maybe? That sounds a little too straightforward to be a question mark clue, though. Prodigy. Kin, or something like that. I guess caw could be a signature line in the same kind of way that coo is what a dove says. Prodigy could be a whiz. Zeus is known for his shocking behavior, the Olympian, right? Christian with a famous house, probably Christian Dior. Signature line from Cats. Why is Cats lowercase again? So that's got to be like meow or mew. Oh boy, interphalangeal joint location. Interphalangeal planetary interphalangeal joint location. Isn't that like the digits, like your fingers or your toes? Could it be a toe? Maybe it is. And then let's see. Company headquarters. It's company in the sense that if you have a guest, a guest room. A sweater is a tight-knit crew, a crew neck sweater. Still could be inert, like it's not active, not moving. Somewhat could be iota. No, that doesn't fit. Somewhat. One iota, a iota, a iota came up. Be a rose. Right now, this bottom half is a lot more like a little AVCX, difficulty-wise. Is this run stoppable, the Kim Possible sidekick? Never watched that, so I don't know. This has to be some kind of time, right? Maybe not, I don't know. What the heck is One Piece or Neon Genesis Evangelion? Those are titles of something. Don't know of what. So if you just joined, I've been just doing some crosswords, and you can feel free to help me out as I go along. When I do crosswords, I leave it open for everyone to participate because I'm not the best at crosswords, but I do love learning things. So I like to open it up for collaboration there. I feel like it's a lot more enjoyable that way when you get stuck with a very difficult crossword, where especially when you get into a spot where you just don't have the knowledge of something, and it helps to have another head to come in and help out. As always, lurking is definitely welcome. You just sit back, watch me fumble through a crossword. Somewhat. Maybe I thought I had something. I don't know. Oh, an oasis. A spot to find dates in the midst of a dry stretch. Right. Okay. An oasis in the desert, because that's where big trees grow, I guess, in very dry conditions, or in climates that are prone to drought and low water in terms of water. Its name comes from Lenape, for at the big river flat. Is that Wyoming? I did not know that. Did you know that? I had no idea. I would not have thought that. So Wyoming, were there even Lenape in Wyoming? I always thought it was like northeast, in the east, and in the northeast United States and lower and southern Canada. Official language of the only enclave nation in Africa. Still don't know what this is. It could be, maybe it's Soto, like, because it's Lesotho is the country. Oh, this has to be one more time, right? Because one more time. Somewhat is sort of. It's not. It's not run stoppable. It's Ron stoppable. One more time. We got. Give a hand. Maybe. Don't know yet. Neon Genesis Evangelion. No idea. A taste in music, perhaps. Maybe a synthesizer. No. Synthetic pop. What is the signature attire for Janelle Monáe? Don't know. Well, tops, bottoms. Oh, now top could be also referring to the thing you spin, right? That little spinning toy. So the bottoms of a top could be a cusp. That's a four-letter word. It's a point, right? So would it be cusp? Maybe this is another room. Like 28 across was a room, and then we have this. It's not symmetric, but it is kind of in a similar place. Maybe it is some kind of room. What would a cloud storage? Oh, what's this? Gut instinct. You say one down tuxedo question mark. Does she wear tuxedos a lot? That does fit. Let's see if that helps us. And cusp was just kind of a guess. We can get rid of that. And what would winter retreats be in a wax museum for eight across? So not ending in room. Hot celebrities will have, yes, very nice. Prone to meltdowns in the wax museum. You say tops, bottoms would be hems. Maybe. I'm not sure. Hemisphere of English influence question mark. Touch. Let me pencil in hems and see if that helps. Is there a pencil? Actually, I don't even know if you can pencil in on this. No, there's no pencil. Okay. Just try to keep that in mind. Sphere of English influence. If it were CUE, what could that be? Oh, wait, I think I got it. Yeah, maybe it is hems. Because this could be cue ball, right? A sphere. I guess that English influence, I guess, is talking about the way that you put like spin on the cue ball by hitting the cue ball in different kind of at different locations, not like going directly into the center, but going off center of the ball, like much of Wakanda, and that's called putting English on it, right? So let's try to lock in M's and see if that helps as well. A taste in music could be synesthesia, right? If you have, if I guess music notes evoke some kind of flavor in your brain, then you could be a synesthete. One Piece Neon Genesis. Okay, so these are anime. Give a hand could be to thank. And then 7 down, much like much of Wakanda would be lush. And so to touch must be a butt. And blank day, wash day, ritual, and natural hair care. Right, because you only wash like once every a long time, right? And winter retreats would be thaws, and then 5 down, cloud storage dumps contributing to hard drives are sleets. There we go. I really wish there was a yeah, we got it. We got it, gut. Yeah. Thanks for the help there. Really lots of funny wordplay in this one. And let's see, tricky but terrific cluing. I was definitely confused. Sad. Not sad. I'm gonna go with a funny.